Beep beep everybody. Today we are going to be opening up a box of Donruss the Rookies that came out in 1992. This is a 36-pack box. Prior to 1992, the Donruss Rookie sets, well, with the word "the" in front of them, were all factory sets that had about 56 cards in it. This set has 132 cards, and it was the first time that Donruss issued this in packs. If I remember back in the day when this was sort of on the tail end of when I was stopped collecting, and I wasn't collecting any Donruss or Fleer or Upper Deck or Score or Bowman at the time. I was just buying Topps products. A lot of the companies were trying to take advantage of collectors by jamming as many rookie cards as they possibly can into their products. And so a lot of these players either never made it to the big leagues or they had a very short time of it. Very few of the cards ever turned out to be anything really great. And this set doesn't have a whole lot in it, to be honest. The rookie cards we would be looking for in this are Jeff Kent, Manny Ramirez, and Tim Wakefield. There is also an early Pedro Martinez card in this, but it's not actually his rookie card. It says, look for Phenoms randomly packed, and that was an insert set that was in this product. And some of them were issued in jumbo packs. I think there were 20 different Phenom cards, and numbers 13 to 20 were issued in jumbo packs, so they won't be in this product. But of the remaining 13 card or 12 cards, the following players are in that Phenom set, and that would be Mike Piazza, Kenny Lofton, Moises Alou, Brett Boone, Jeff Conine, Eric Karros, and Tim Salmon. So if we find any Phenom cards, the one we would be looking for would be the Mike Piazza card. It's not considered a true rookie. I'm not going to even try to figure out why. His card was issued in 2 other sets that year and are considered true rookies, but for some reason the Phenoms card is not considered one. Okay, having said all that, let's bring our purple plastic toilet into view because he shows up at each one of my videos, except for the earliest ones because the idea came later on. And before we start, the word of the day is towels. And I offer you this sentence: there just aren't enough towels on this planet. If you want to come up with your own sentence and contribute, you may post it in the comments section. I'd be more than happy to read everyone's sentences for the word towels, especially if it's amusing. Boop, boop, boop. So we boop Nathan the Gnome's nose for good luck that we find at least the 3 rookie cards and the Pedro Martinez in here, and hopefully a Phenoms insert card of Mike Piazza. So this is not a valuable set. I bought this wax box, or well, I don't think this is. I don't know if this is wax, to be honest. I'm just so used to calling them. I'll just say box. At an antique mall for $15. I did not check comps on eBay to see what things are going through, so that's definitely not wax, but it's from the tail end of the junk wax era. And there's what the Phenom cards look like. You can see them on the side there. So let's see how we're going to do this. I don't have a lot of space. Let's just pull out the first stack. We'll just pull them all out and then move the box out of the way. Maybe one of these days I'll buy a more pricier box of things to open up. All right, let's push these back there. We'll start with this pile, and let's get in here and see how things go. This is my first time opening these, and to be honest, I've never seen them before. They're very much like the 92 Donruss set, except instead of blue borders, they are green, and they have the rookies label up at the top right. So I'm going to go through these individually so you get an idea who's in here. If you ever come across this, maybe you might be interested in buying it. And then as we go on, and to keep the video from being too long, I may start zooming through them quicker after we've seen enough of them. So let's see, we start off with Jeff Rebulay. And here's what the backs of the cards look like. Okay, and it gives like minor league numbers. And as you can see, I'm not sure why someone would come up with a card for Jeff Rebulay based on those numbers. So they were clearly making more cards than they needed to. Although I'm sure these players, I don't know, I don't remember Jeff Rebulay. I don't know if he made it into the big leagues or not. But on the flip side, it gives players a chance to have their own card, even if they don't make it to the big leagues. And I can't fault that for happening. You know. There's Mark Hutton, Vince Horseman, and hopefully we'll see some weird photos in here, which would be nice. There's Sean Hare, Shane Reynolds, which sounds like a name I remember, John Doherty, Steve Cook, that's a nice photo, Mike Christopher, Henry Mercedes, and we got somebody on the back of that. I don't know what the odds are of getting a Phenoms card. Russ McGinnis, Ryan Halblitzel, that's a curious name, and Tom Goodwin, who I believe did make it into the big leagues. Let me look at this box again. They didn't really print odds on them. No, there are no odds on the box. So we don't know how often we're going to come across a Phenoms card. They're worth considerably more than the cards in this set, but being that the cards in this set aren't worth a lot, that doesn't mean a whole lot. Rico Brogna, now I know he made it to the big leagues. Robert Aralt, Rich Amaral, Danny Leon. There we go, Jeff Kent. Got a Jeff Kent rookie card. That's cool. So we'll put that one aside over here. Troy Afanier. Another Robert Aralt. Brad Brink. Ryan Halblitzel again. Buddy Groom. Eric Fox. And Mike Draper. Oi, oi, oi. Beep, beep. Okay, Rusty Meacham. Matt Macy. Another Jeff Kent. We got two Jeff Kent rookie cards. Well, the centering's a bit off on the one on the left. The one on the right looks better, but they look pretty sharp. Yeah, there's no surface issues. The backs look okay. The centering's a little bit off on the backs. These are not expensive rookie cards. They're what, $3 to $4 each maybe. The Manny Ramirez probably a little bit more. Peter Hoy, Mark Clark, Jim Bullinger, John Briscoe, Blas Minor, Henry Rodriguez, Jeff Rebulay, Hippolito Pichardo, that's a mouthful, Jacob Rumfield. Kyle Abbott, Kurt Knudsen, John Hurst, Cesar Hernandez, Victor Cole, Archie Cianfrocco, that's an interesting name, Henry Mercedes, Tim McIntosh, Pedro Estacio, who had a pretty long career, but he played with the Rockies and had some pretty high earned run averages, so he never really... He had potential, but I unfortunately didn't pan out with a monster career like I think people were expecting. Jesse Levis is of particular interest to me because he graduated from my high school in Philadelphia. I graduated from Northeast High, which is located on Cottman and Algon Avenues in Philadelphia, and Jesse Levis was in the graduating class before mine and went to the University of North Carolina, I believe on a baseball scholarship, and he made it to the minors, made it to the big leagues, but he mostly was a backup catcher most of his career. But I remember he had some outrageous batting average when he was at my high school. I think he hit over 500 or something like that. So, Jesse Levis. I did not know he was in this set. Sean Jeter, and that looks like he's fouling off a ball. That's actually kind of a neat photo, so I might put that aside. Vince Horseman. I'm always interested in baseballs meeting bat photos. And that one looks like he's either missing the ball or he's just fouled it off. Bill Risley, Steve Scarcone, Dave Silvestri, Chad Curtis, I remember him playing back in the day. Ramon Garcia, Bien Figueroa, or Figueroa, I guess. I apologize if I mispronounced that. Roger Pavlik. He looks like he's frustrated about something there. Jerry Nielsen, Bert Heffernan, Jeff Grotwald, Jeff Fry, and Monty Ferris. So I'm pleased with the collation so far. We are getting a rather nice variety. As we get deeper into this box, I'm sure we're going to see more duplication with only 132 cards in the set. Rico Rossi, Darren Reed, Mark Clark, Jim Bollinger, Pedro Castellano. There's a checklist card. It goes up to 66, so there's more than one of them. Paul Wagner, Eddie Taubensee, I remember him. Tom Marsh, Kerry Woodson, Mike Walker, and Scooter Tucker, which is a really cool name. Bert Heffernan, Jeff Grotwald, Jeff Fry, Bruce Walton, Kevin Young, Derek May, Rusty Meacham, William Pennyfeather, Jeff Kent rookie again, that's our third one, Peter Hoy, Butch Henry, and Juan Guerrero. Mark Hutton, Vince Horseman, Sean Hare, so we're seeing some duplication now. Jeff Rebulay, Rico Rossi, there's Matt Stairs, Shane Turner, and our first Phenoms card is Tim Salmon. Cool. So that's a good one. We were looking for Tim Salmon. And before I continue, in case we don't have another one, these look like this on the back. And Tim Salmon had a pretty decent career with the Angels. I think he may have just missed getting 300 homers. Rusty Meacham, Matt Macy, and our fourth Jeff Kent rookie card. No shortage of Jeff Kent rookie cards. Peter Hoy. I'd have to look up Jeff Kent's numbers, but I think he has a, he should have a good shot at being in the Hall. I'm not sure how his voting went with him, but if he hasn't, at least the Veterans Committee should put him in. Lenny Webster, Troy Afnier, Kevin Koslowski, Mark Hutton, Pat Rapp, Henry Rodriguez, Dave Silvestri, Scooter Tucker, Craig Colbert, Kevin Campbell, and Doug Brokaw. Oh, there's one more behind him, Brian Bohannon. All right, let's do this Pat pile now. Again, I'm going to try to go through these a little bit faster now that we've seen a good number of them, and maybe just stop on new cards we haven't seen, like Mike Perez, Bill Risley, Harvey Pulliam. I think he made it to the big leagues. Dan Peltier. And Ed Martell's a new one. Eric Young. I sort of remember him. I'm not sure what kind of a career he had. Bruce Walton. Shane Turner. Jim Austin. Troy Afanier. There's the second checklist. Pat Howell. Harvey Pulliam. Kevin Baez. Ruben Amaro. I remember him. There's Jesse Levis again. Mike Williams. Here's the Tim Wakefield rookie card. So we finally got another one of the big ones. Now we're looking for Manny Ramirez and Pedro Martinez. That's a difficult one to pronounce. Rick Trelisic. Dave Silvestri. Beep, beep. Toot, toot. Here's Pete Young. Bob Wickman, I remember him. Doug Davis. That's a cool card. Laying down a bunt. I think I'll put that aside in my bat ball combination. John Flaherty. Tom Goodwin. He made it to the big leagues. Dennis Muller. And somebody stuck to the back. There's Pat Howell again. Bert Heffernan, Jeff Grotwood, and Jeff Fry. Alrighty, Craig Colbert. Donovan Osborne, that's a new one. Raul Mondesi, I did not know he was in this set. We have to pull him aside. How did I miss that? I don't know, I missed that. Did not know that was in there, so that's another one that I should have noted. Obviously, when I was going through the checklist, I must have skimmed it too fast. Okay, we've seen all of these guys before. Tim Fortuno's a new one. And we saw those earlier. So the condition of these is good. Did the sniff test. They smell okay. Sometimes you can never tell when you buy these. There we go. Manny Ramirez. We got the Manny Ramirez rookie card. And there's a black border one in there. So we've got a Phenoms card in this pack too. So cool beans. Kurt Knudsen. Kevin Baez. And our Phenoms card is Tyler Green. And I do not know who Tyler Green is. I will have to look him up. He only played for Batavia and Clearwater in 1991 and put up decent numbers for the short number of innings he pitched. Leave that one as someone to look up. Dennis Muller. Tony Menendez is a new one. Kyle Abbott and Kurt Knudsen. So we're looking for the early Pedro Martinez, which is not a rookie card, and we still have several Phenom cards to look for, and hopefully we'll find Piazza. There's Rico Rossi, Sean Jeter, and that's another one. I love that on the ball. Steve Hosey. Jim Pena is a new card we haven't seen. There's another Manny Ramirez, so we got two now. Ben Rivera. Steve Shiflett. That's a neat name. Gary DiSarcina, I do remember him. He had a career with the Angels. I think it was rather brief. Victor Cole. Okay, we've seen all those. Okay, seen Jeff Grotwald and Fry. There's Monty Ferris. We haven't seen him before, and I know he made the big leagues. Chad Curtis, Jacob Brumfield. Okay, this one's got one stuck to it. And we've seen all these guys before. Yep. So we're almost halfway done the box. Hopefully the second half will be quicker because we've already seen a lot of these before. JT Bruett is a new one. Russ McGinnis, I think we've seen him before. Yeah, we've seen Doug Davis and Roger Pavlik. Okay, we've seen all those before. Troy Neal, I think that's a new one. Ramon Garcia, I haven't seen him before. There's Monty Ferris in that pack twice. Rob Natal, we haven't seen him before. I don't think we've seen Butch Henry before. There he is. And that's that one. So we're halfway through. Let me stretch my back a little bit. Beep, beep. Why don't we boop Nathan's nose, boop, 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 for good luck, and hope we find a Piazza. Troy Afrenier. There's another Jeff Kent. I think that's our fifth one. So we have no shortage of Jeff Kent rookies. And we've seen the rest of these cards before. Come on. There we go. All right. Let's see. Lenny Webster is one we haven't seen before, and I think he made the big leagues. His name sounds familiar. Henry Mercedes, I think he also made the big leagues. William Suwaro is another one we have not seen. I don't know how his career panned out. John Hurst is a new one. And Kurt Knudsen we've seen before. Okay, they're sticking a little bit. Paul Miller. I don't think we've seen Paul Miller before. Jim McNamara, we have not seen him before. And we saw the rest of these. So we've only come across 2 Phenom cards so far, and we're more than halfway through, so our odds of getting the Piazza are dropping. And I would very much like to get one of them. Up, here's our 6th Jeff Kent rookie card. Wow. So, although I had good comments about the collation earlier when we were opening this up, now I'm starting to question that judgment call. Johnny Ruffin, I don't think we've seen him before. There's Matt Stairs, I remember him. Lenny Webster, I think we've done. So there's, look at this. Tom Goodwin, Tim Fortuno, Tom Goodwin, and Tim Fortuno. Okay. Yeah, that's not good collation. That's not good. Beep, beep. All right. Mike Walker. All right, nothing new in that pack. There's another Jesse Levis. Joel Johnston, we have not seen him before. Okay, Jeff Tackett is a new one. That qualifies as a UFO sighting card. There's another Jesse Levis, another Joel Johnston. There's Raul Mondesi. That's the second one of him we've come across. And we're still looking for Pedro Martinez. And we're hoping to see some more Phenom cards. Alright, this one is giving me a difficult time. Okay. Kevin Young. I don't know if we've seen Kevin Young before, but there he is. Alright, the rest of those we've seen before. Last card in the third pile. We only have a few more packs left. Oh, come on. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. All right, Jim Pena. Have we seen Jim Pena before? I don't know, but there he is. Jerry Nielsen seems like a new name. Esteban Beltre is a new name. Eric Young. Okay, the rest of these we've seen before. Scooter Tucker was the last card there, so we're on our last stack. And we're almost up to the 30-minute point. Well, I knew this was going to be long. It's not every day I open up 36 packs. Sometimes I've opened up like 3 blaster boxes and the video was well over a half hour. Ben Rivera, I'm not sure if we saw him before. Okay. Nothing new there. It would be a shame if we didn't at least get one Pedro Martinez. There's another Jesse Levis. Tim Scott seems like a name we haven't seen before. All right, we've seen all these. think we've seen Tim Costo. These are all every which way this time. And there's another checklist card. So the odds of getting a Phenom Piazza card are slipping away from us. We've only seen 2 so far. We got a Tim Salmon and I forget the other player's name, Tyler something. Billy Ashley, okay, that's a new card. I think he made it to the big leagues. So nothing new there. Wow. So it's starting to look more and more like we're going to end this on a anticlimactic note so far. Oops, I dropped JT Brewitt. Pardon me, there's a little dust quake going on, and there's Mike Draper. I think we've seen him. Yeah, well, these are all duplicates. We've got 5 packs left. I will settle for nothing less than that Pedro Martinez that we've been wanting to see. Okay, Cesar Hernandez is a new one we haven't seen. And I don't think we've seen Mike Williams. There's 2 Paul Millers in a row. Nope. There we go. There's a new one, Johnny Guzman. There's Brent Gates, who played, I think, 5 or 6 years in the big leagues. So that's a new one. Greg Perkle, that's a new one. And we've seen Dan Peltier before. There was just a little hint of hope that we'd find a Pedro in that one. I'm beginning to wonder if I should bother booping the gnome's nose, because it doesn't always seem to work out. Okay, we got another Manny Ramirez, so that's our 3rd Manny Ramirez. And our Phenoms card is unfortunately Dan Walters. And there's a card stuck to him. So that's our 3rd Phenoms card, Dan Walters. I was hoping for a Piazza or Lofton or a Moises Alou, Brett Boone, Jeff Conine, and Eric Harris would have also been good hits. Okay, and there's a checklist. So we got 2 packs left. This is not looking too good of an ending. Right. There's another Tim Wakefield. That's our 2nd one of him. Just checking to make sure these are not sticking. And nothing there. Although I don't think we've seen Joe Millette before. So we're this deep into the box and we are seeing the occasional card we haven't seen before. Last pack. Oh, it's giving me a hard time too, opening it. It doesn't want to be opened. And boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Let's get some luck. All right, we start off with a checklist. Chad Curtis, Rob Natal, Paul Miller. There's nothing stuck to Paul Miller. Bien Figueroa, Brent Gates, Sean Hare, Steve Hosey, Troy Afanier, Kevin Kozlowski, Mark Hutton, and unfortunately it's Vince Horseman. Alrighty, so we did not find the Pedro Martinez. It's not a rookie card of his, but it would have been nice to find because it is one of his earlier cards. And the Phenom cards we found were Dan Walters, Tyler Green, and Tim Salmon, which was a good one. We found multiple Jeff Kent rookie cards, multiple Manny Ramirez cards, and 2 Tim Wakefield rookie cards. But no Pedro Martinez, and unfortunately no Mike Piazza Phenom card. Well, there you have it. 1992 Donruss The Rookies, as the box indicates. A pretty cheap product. Most of the cards in it are very cheap commons. A lot of these players didn't make it to the big leagues. Many of them did, but they didn't last very long or did not have star careers. The most notable are Jeff Kent, Manny Ramirez, Tim Wakefield, and Pedro Martinez, which is not a rookie card. The Phenom cards that we hoped to have gotten were Mike Piazza, Kenny Lofton, Moises Alou, Brett Boone, Jeff Conine, Eric Karros, and we did not see any of them. But we did get a Tim Salmon, so that wasn't too bad. And I got a bunch of Jesse Levis cards. Quite a few. But what we've got in the special collections is the bat ball collection. There's Sean Jeter, either fouling off or missing a pitch. And Doug Davis laying down a bunt. And Jeff Tackett, who just spotted a UFO in the sky. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it wasn't too boring. There wasn't a whole lot to go through. A lot of junk in this collection, but everything was in great shape, so I can't complain. The cards did not stink, and that's one of the worries, that they smell like mold or something. Anyway, I hope you all have a nice day. If you like the video, go ahead and click like. If you find my content interesting or strange, you are more than welcome to subscribe, and I'd be very happy to have you as a subscriber. Leave any comments you have in the comments section, and I usually respond to them, when time permits. Take care, everyone. Beep, beep.